kids. What'll it be? Chocolate sundaes, ice cream bonbons, frozen fruit ices. You name it, and we got it. Okay, and you, young man?
Did it die?
You look as though you're going to catch a lot of fish.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. They are going to die laughing.
Yeah, well, we'll take him any way we can get him, right, Barnaby?
Barnaby Jones Investigations. May I help you?
I want to talk to Barnaby.
Whom shall I say is calling?
Jennifer? Jennifer Allen?
One moment, please. Barnaby? Jennifer Allen. She sounds as though she said one too many.
See if you can find out what she wants.
I'm sorry he's busy right now. Could you tell me what it's about, Miss Allen?
It's personal. And I got to talk to Barnaby, so... Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not Allen. It's Rhodes. You tell him that Jennifer Rhodes is calling.
Barnaby, it's Jennifer Rhodes.
I wonder what she wants. Oh, Jennifer? Been a long time. How are you?
Hi, just great. Yeah, it's been a real ball. Yeah, I'm just one laugh after the other. Hey, you know what today is, Barnaby?
Something special?
You bet it is. It's an anniversary, and I'm celebrating.
Well, I guess that's what anniversaries are for, but don't overdo it.
Oh, no. I'm just going to have a couple of drinks and a little something to relax me.
Jennifer, what are you taking? You know, it's dangerous to mix alcohol with...
Hey, Barnaby, you didn't even ask me what the anniversary is.
Jennifer, listen to me.
You know, it's been 11 years. That's 11 long little years since Dan was convicted. I'm not going to live through any more anniversaries.
Where are you?
This is the way we go to sleep, go to sleep.
Jennifer, you don't want to do anything you'll be sorry for.
Why should I be sorry? Besides, you can't stop me.
Call all the ice cream vending companies in town, see which one of them uses mulberry bush for a theme, and find out where all their trucks are right now. Jennifer. Jennifer, I know what you've been through, but giving up is not the answer. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, then tell me where you are.
Hello. Do any of your vendors play the nursery song, Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush?
Yeah, I'd like some information, please.
Jennifer, give me a chance.
What do you want me to do, Barnaby? Save my life and help your conscience?
You know I did everything I could for your husband.
Yeah, well, I just want you to suffer now the way we suffered all these years. I want you to remember this day as long as you live.
Jennifer, if it'll do any good, I promise to take another look into the case. Maybe some new evidence has come up over the years. Just tell me where you are.
You do? Can you give me those routes, please?
How do I know? After a while, all these motels look alike.
What motel?
It's the Finish Line Motel. What else? All the toots and the $2 bidders. You're just trying to make a killing. Just all losers. And just like me, all losers.
Jennifer. Jennifer?
Barnaby, the Happy Time Ice Cream Company trucks play the Mulberry Bush song, but they have 18 trucks out.
Where? What routes?
Well, most of them 10 work the South Bay area. The rest are scattered all over town. Maywood, Granada Hills, Torrance, all over.
Oh, man, it would take a week to track those down.
The way she was talking, she may be near a racetrack. What tracks are running now?
Lindero Park is the only one I know of.
One of the trucks has a route through Lindero.
Well, that and a prayer is better than nothing.
Barnaby, having an accident isn't going to help things.
Listen, I really hate to bring it up at a time like this, but what is this all about? Who's Jennifer Rhodes?
Well, Hal told me all about the case. We'd just been married a few months when it happened. How much was that ransom, Barnaby? About $300,000, wasn't it?
$500,000.
Kidnapping.
Mm-hmm. Stevie Sayers, 2-year-old son of a very prominent real estate dealer. His child was never returned.
Well, how did you get involved in the case?
What?
The case, how'd you get involved in it?
Well, Ted Sayers didn't feel that the police were making sufficient progress in finding his son, so he asked me to help. I didn't have much better luck. My guess is that the boy was killed and buried someplace.
But it was Barnaby's investigation that uncovered the kidnapper. A young carpenter by the name of Dan Rhodes.
Jennifer's husband.
And to this day, she is convinced that Barnaby framed him. They both are.
Well, Barnaby, you're not giving up, are you?
Our eyes haven't been much help at finding that truck. Let's see what our ears can do. It's over there somewhere.
Maid. I'm not gonna be here all day.
Barnaby, there it is.
Hey! Pull over!
Hey, what is this? Hey, what's going on?
Where were you about 20 minutes ago?
On my route.
Where exactly is that?
20 minutes. Hey, I guess I was coming down Sunrise Terrace.
Yeah, there are motels over there. Thanks.
Sure, there's a few of them around that corner. I go right past them.
Can I help you?
Manager here?
Yeah, before the track opens and after it closes. Otherwise, forget it.
I'm looking for a lady named Jennifer Allen. She registered?
Nobody stays here long enough to know by name.
He's medium-sized, nice-looking, brown hair.
That could be anybody.
She's probably by herself.
Well, it does narrow it down some.
It's very important that I find her.
As far as I know, there's one lady here by herself.
What room is she in?
Number 7. But she's not answering. I tried to get in a few minutes ago to clean up.
Got a pass key?
Yeah.
Open it.
Okay.
Get a rescue unit. Come on.
Barnaby, you should relax. They said she passed the crisis.
That was 2 hours ago. We should have been able to go in by now.
I'm sure she's probably just sleeping it off, but I'll go in and check.
Any word?
Betty's gone in to find out.
You want some coffee or something?
No thanks.
I stopped by the office on my way over, which is why I'm late. Got out the old file on Rhodes and read up on it. You never really put that case to bed, did you, Barnaby?
Why do you say that?
Well, Rhodes was convicted 11 years ago today, and the case was closed. Yet you have entries that go on years after that. Things you double-checked, new leads you looked into. Nobody paid you. It's almost as if you weren't convinced yourself that Rhodes was guilty.
There's something about that case, Jedediah. Always bothered me.
But you were the one who found some of the ransom money hidden in his cabin. You broke the case.
And if I'd been sitting on the jury, I would have had to convict him. The evidence spoke for itself. But I always had this doubt.
Well?
She's awake. Barnaby, she doesn't want to see you.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Get out of here.
Jennifer,
Just go away. It's going to happen all over again.
that would be a great waste.
A waste. How long has it been since you've seen me?
4 years.
Only 4 years. It seems like a lifetime. One very bad lifetime. Look at me. It's not very pretty hitting bottom, is it?
There's always something worth living for.
Yeah. I had something, and you took him away.
Jennifer, I did not frame your husband. Now, what can I do to make you believe that?
Just go away and leave me alone.
After hanging in there all these years, why, suddenly, this?
I just couldn't take it anymore.
Can take what anymore? What's changed?
Nothing. That's just it. Some guy comes along and says he can do something, and he can't deliver.
What guy?
What difference does it make?
Might make a lot of difference. What guy?
Some writer. He said he was on to something.
You say what he was on to?
No. Because he's a phony just like everybody else.
What was his name?
What's the difference?
It might make a lot of difference. What's his name?
Anderson.
Phil Anderson?
Yes. Now get out of here. Look, I can call the doctor and have you thrown out. I can at least do that right.
I'll be back.
I figured there'd be a book in it somewhere. Wasn't the Lindbergh kidnapping. It had its drama. Wealthy father, socialite mother killed in a car wreck a year before. Did you know little Stevie had just celebrated his 2nd birthday?
Yes, I did.
I thought I'd use this for the cover. Yes, sir. Had all the ingredients of a bestseller.
Well, why'd you quit?
I told you, I lost interest.
You also told Jennifer you were onto something.
I thought I was onto something.
What?
I thought I had a lead on his alibi. That mysterious blonde girl who supposedly saw Rhodes miles from the kidnap site. Well, look, it turns out that I didn't. In fact, I don't believe she ever even existed. Now, if you'll excuse me, Jones, I got a lot of work to finish.
Mr. Anderson, why does talking about this case seem to frighten you?
Well, what I have to be frightened about?
You tell me.
Now, look, Jones, if you're implying that I'm a coward...
Coward? It must be bothering you a lot if you can think of yourself in that light.
Mr. Anderson, there is a man rotting in jail.
All right. About 10 days ago, I was interviewed on a local television station.
And you talked about a young blonde girl.
Yeah, I was hoping she might hear me. The time I got home, my phone was ringing off the hook with girls claiming to be the mysterious blonde. Most of them were kooks. I didn't even bother taping their calls. But some of them sounded worth looking into. And then about 2 in the morning, this man called, and he said that he was a friend of some people concerned with the kidnapping, and that for my own health, I better drop the whole matter.
What'd you tell him?
I told him to crawl out of the woodwork and meet me face to face. He just repeated his warning and hung up.
Did he call back?
No. I figured he was just another kook and went on about my work. Then one night last week, I was driving down Laurel Canyon, and this car came from out of nowhere and ran me off the road and into a ravine. Now, I'm certain that it wasn't an accident. It was a special delivery message. I got it. Loud and clear.
You have any idea who sent it?
No.
You say you recorded some of the calls. You still have the tape?
Here it is.
Yeah, borrow it.
As far as I'm concerned, you can keep it. All right, thanks very much. Hello?
Mr. Anderson,
Yes?
I just saw you on that TV show. I think I'm that blonde girl you're looking for.
Okay. How old are you?
24, so that would have made me about the right age 11 years ago. Am I going to be on television?
Maybe. Do you remember what you were wearing that afternoon?
It wasn't afternoon, it was night.
All right. What were you wearing?
Jeans and a white T-shirt.
You sure?
Yes.
That's enough. If there's one thing both Dan and Jennifer were sure of, it's that the girl was wearing a red dress.
Yep, and that's the last one.
How do we stand now, Betty?
Well, out of 15 callers, we've eliminated 9, which leaves us with 6 possibles.
I want you and Jedediah to get to work on those 6 the first thing in the morning.
Say the word and I'll tear it out of the wall.
I've got a better idea. Why don't you go draw us a nice hot bath?
Hello. It's me, Gordon. I developed the pictures.
Oh. Well, what was it that Anderson gave him?
It's a tape cassette with the words blonde girl written on it.
That's not good, Gene. That's not good at all. What do you intend that we do about it?
Well, I guess I'll just have to take care of it, won't I, Gordon? I mean, don't I always?
Of course.
Gina, you coming to bed? Aha! Boy, I thought you were going to stay in there all night.
Now, that's grounds for divorce, you know.
Sorry. Some things I had to do.
Okay.
Oh, don't tell me you're developing our pictures from the Mexican trip, huh?
No. No, but I promise I'll have them done by the time we take our next vacation, all right?
Honey, is something wrong?
No, what?
I don't know. Seems sort of far away. There is something wrong, isn't there?
Why can't I ever hide anything from you?
Because I don't want you to. What is it?
Well, it's that case. I'm afraid they're going to open it up again.
Oh, no, Gene. Oh, after all these years, I'd hoped it was finished for good.
So would I.
What are we going to do?
And I'm afraid we have no choice. I'm just going to have to close it once and for all.
Hello, Dan. Been quite a while.
For you or for me?
Sit down. I'd like to talk to you.
What's the matter? Your conscience finally get to you, Jones?
I don't want to get your hopes up, but there may be some new evidence.
Oh, yeah?
There's an outside chance that somebody may have found that witness, the little girl you said could prove you were 150 miles away at the time of the kidnapping.
I thought you didn't believe me.
I'm checking it out again, but first I wanted to go over all the facts with you.
Come on, Jones, you know the whole story. You found the evidence. You probably planted it.
I didn't plant anything. I traced the 20 bucks of the ransom money to you, and then I went to your cabin and found some more of it. Now, if this witness does exist, there is a possibility of reopening the case. Are you interested, Rhodes? Are you?
Yeah. Jennifer and I were on our way to Crispo Lake. About 5 miles from the cabin. The motor died. I couldn't get it started. So I tried to blow out the gas line. Then this little blonde-haired girl came along.
Didn't you wonder what she was doing on a deserted road at that time of night?
Sure. Jennifer even asked her. She said it was all right because her parents knew where she was.
Aside from the red dress, what was she wearing?
I didn't pay attention. All I remember is she had some kind of string in her hand.
Oh, yes, the string. You talk about anything else?
She was only there for a minute. I was busy. She said, what happened? I told her the truck broke down, and then she said something like, gee, that's too bad. And then she ran off.
All right, Rhodes. I'll be in touch.
Hey, Jones? How's Jenny?
She's getting along.
You know, I forced her to divorce me. She didn't want to, but, you know, I figured for her own good. What can I give her spending the rest of my life in here? She got married again?
I don't know.
She has. I hope she picked the winner. She deserves the best.
Look, how many times do I have to tell you, RJ?
No. J.R. Jedediah Romano.
What kind of name is that?
Well, backwoods Italian.
Well, anyway, I'm telling you, I was the girl on the road that night.
Can you prove it?
Hey, what are you, colorblind? I've got blonde hair, haven't I? And I told you I was wearing a red dress. Besides, what would I have to gain by lying?
Well, now let me see. Girl I talked to before you wanted to know if this would get her on the Dinah Shore show. And then the one before that wanted to know if I would make a car payment for her. You're not in show business, by the way, are you?
Well, I'm a singer. But if you think I'm doing this for publicity, you are 100% mistaken.
Oh, then why did you wait so long to come forward?
Because I didn't know anybody was looking for me until I saw that writer on television.
What about at the time of the arrest? Papers were full of stories about the mysterious blonde.
We were on vacation. My father didn't have any papers around.
It was on television.
Television? In a trailer?
You were living in a trailer?
No, we weren't living in a trailer. We were vacationing in a trailer. You see, we camped on Crispa Lake for about a week. And then we headed home to Bloomingdale, Ohio.
Haley, I'd like you to talk to Barnaby.
Barnaby? Who's Barnaby?
We work together. He's going to want to ask you some more questions.
Boy, you know, you guys sure have funny names.
But will you talk to him? It's really important.
Okay. Listen, I'm rehearsing all afternoon, but if you want to come by to the club tonight, I'll talk to you between sets, okay?
Where is it?
The Rendezvous Room. It's on the Strip.
You're looking a lot better.
I told them not to let you in.
I sneaked by them. In case you're interested, I went up to see Dan this morning.
Why?
I'm reopening the investigation.
And I'm supposed to believe that makes any difference.
You can believe anything you want, but I've never lied to you.
How is Dan?
He seemed all right.
Did he ask about me?
Yes. I told him you were getting along. He asked if you had ever remarried. I told him I didn't know.
Who gets married anymore?
Well, you used the name Alan in place of Rhodes when you called yesterday.
Yeah, well, after the divorce, I changed my name. Rhodes wasn't doing my social life very much good.
Then there hasn't been anyone?
Oh, yes, there have been men. Lots of them. Hello. Hold on. It's for you.
Thank you. Hello?
Barnaby, I have been looking all over for you. Listen, do you remember a girl on the tape named Haley Winters?
Yes, what about her?
Well, now, I can't be sure, but I think she's the one we're looking for.
Oh? When could I talk to her?
Tonight?
I'll see you at the office. Keep your fingers crossed. We may have a lead on that blonde-haired girl.
You're not kidding.
Like I told you before, that writer's name could make the difference.
Barnaby. The flowers are beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Barnaby Jones Investigations, may I help you?
I'm just leaving the hospital. Any messages?
Oh, I just got here, Barnaby. I haven't had a chance to check the service yet. Barnaby, there's some...
Eddie? Eddie, what's wrong?
Betty?
glimpse of him.
Barnaby, it all happened so fast, I didn't even get a chance to turn around. But from the way he grabbed me, he had to be at least 6 feet tall or over, and very strong.
Show Barnaby where he applied the pressure.
Around there.
Sounds like a professional, like the man that ran Anderson off the road.
Barnaby, now that he has the tape, he's going to be able to narrow the girls down the way we did.
Yeah, that's what worries me. You feel all right now?
A little shaky, that's all.
I'm going to drive you home. I want you to get some rest. Jedediah, what's the name of that club?
The Rendezvous Room. Haley shows at 10.
I'll see you there tonight.
Okay. Betty, feel better.
I'll call you as soon as those papers are drawn up.
Watch your step.
Erica. How about making me one of those tall tropical drinks that I like?
Sure.
You know, when I was a deck ape in the Navy, I used to have to request permission before coming aboard.
You didn't. Well, I was a Marine.
Maybe that's why we make such a good team. That and the fact that we never look back, always straight ahead.
And never mind what we left behind, huh?
Don't tell me I detect an attack of conscience. It's a little late for that, isn't it, Gene?
Yeah, I'd say about 11 years too late.
So you might as well make your peace with it, Gene. I have. You saw those two men?
Yeah?
They're with Industrial Commerce Bank. And they've just decided to lease my last piece of land here at the marina. Soon, there'll be a 12-story building on it.
That's what I like about you, Gordon. You've always been a conservationist.
When I want to see nature, I sail to the islands. Now, what about that tape?
I've got it. There were 15 girls on it. Only 6 or 7 seemed legit. I finally boiled that down to 2. If one of them's a blonde, I'll find her.
And when you do?
Oh, don't worry, Gordon. I won't let your little empire crumble.
Gene, how's your empire?
Ma, he's making eyes at me. Ma, he's awful nice to me. Ma, he's almost breaking my heart. I'm beside him, 'cause he let his conscience guide him. Ma, he wants to marry me, be my honeybee. Every minute he gets bolder, now he's leaning on my shoulder. Ma, he's kissing me. Oh, ma, he wants to marry me, be my honeybee. Every minute he gets bolder, now he's leaning on the other shoulder. Ma, he's kissing me. Thank you, thank you. Hang in there and we'll do it again.
That was terrific.
Thanks.
Welcome.
All right, Jed, where's this Barnaby friend of yours?
Well, he should be here any minute. Would you like a drink?
A double orange juice.
All right, waiter. Hi, can we have a double orange juice, please?
Sorry we're late. You must be Haley Winters. This is Miss Allen. My name's Barnaby Jones, and this is my associate, Jedediah Jones.
Hi, how are you?
Anybody else like a drink?
Yes, sir. I'll have a plain soda and lime.
Do you have any milk?
Isn't anybody here over 21?
We heard the applause on the way in. The audience seemed to like you.
Yeah, all 10 of them. Hey, look, Mr. Jones, I don't have much time.
You are aware that this is very important.
Like I told Jed, I'm the girl you're looking for. I was on my way back to the trailer when I saw this couple fixing their truck.
What was wrong with it, do you know?
What am I, a mechanic? I guess they had a flat tire or something.
What was the woman wearing?
I think jeans and a sweater. You know, it was a long time ago.
And the man?
Jeans and a jacket.
Do you remember what you talked about?
Nothing really.
Didn't this woman ask you what you were doing out so late?
Yeah,
And what did you tell her?
nothing.
Not even that your folks knew?
Yeah, I might have, but they didn't.
What do you mean?
Oh, because I snuck out of this tent I slept in to go see a boy who was camping up the way with his folks. All we did was talk. But if Mama knew I put on my new red dress and even put a ribbon in my hair, I wouldn't be here today.
You wore a ribbon in your hair?
Yeah, but I took it out on the way back to the trailer.
What did you do with it?
I don't know. Carried it in my hand, I guess.
My God. That's the string she was carrying.
Now, Haley, I want you to think and see if you can remember anything else about that truck. Now, think.
The hood. It was up. Yeah. Oh. Then it couldn't have been a flat, I suppose. You were the woman.
Yes. Yes.
And that's about it. After I left them on the road, I ran all the way back. I was in my tent a little before 11. My folks never even knew I snuck out.
How'd you know the time?
Because we were getting up the next morning to go fishing at 5, and my dad gave me an old alarm clock so I wouldn't oversleep.
Well, Barnaby, I must say it sounds convincing.
Not only sounds, John. According to Ted Sayers, his son was kidnapped between 10 and 11 o'clock. Now, at that time, Rose was at least 150 miles away, stuck on a highway.
All right, it is convincing. J.R., you're studying law. You know it takes a judge to reopen a case. Well, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, well, we're meeting with the Rhodes lawyer this morning to see if he considers it strong enough evidence to petition for a new trial.
We're kind of hoping you would at least reopen your investigation.
Barnaby, do you know how many man-hours I've already devoted to this case?
Rhodes was framed. That means the real kidnapper and murderer is still walking around free.
All right. I'll look into it again.
That's all we ask.
Thank you, Miss Winters.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Oh, John, in light of what happened to Betty and the writer, Anderson, I think that Haley ought to have some protection.
All right, I'll put somebody on her.
Thank you.
Are you sure there's nothing else I can do for you while you're here?
You know, if there is, I'll call you.
So, Lieutenant Biddle, write this down. Haley Winters. Winters, like the season. 2125 North Sweetser Drive. That's right. I want round-the-clock protective surveillance. Yeah. Well, will you look what the cat dragged in? Gee, what are you doing around here, slumming?
Well, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd come by and see the old gang. You're looking good.
Yeah, well, I feel good. I put on a couple of pounds.
Yeah,
but,
well.
yeah, well, that comes from sitting behind a desk filling out all those reports.
Not like the good old days, huh?
Not like when we worked the Southeast Division together. Make one arrest, fill out a simple report, and that was it. Nowadays, I got to write a whole book.
Well, I guess that bullet I got in the hip was a blessing in disguise, huh?
Don't you miss it just a little bit?
Well, yeah, now I'll tell you the truth. I was just down the street at the land title office, looking over some property I'm interested in buying. A couple of acres, nothing important. I thought, well, I'll go over and see the guy, see the atmosphere, see what it feels like to be off the force, see if I miss it. You want to know something? I miss it. About that much.
I wasn't sure you were here yet.
No, I was just down by the lagoon. I'm not your typical flower child type, but I picked this for you. There.
It's very pretty.
Well,
The lawyer says we have a shot. He's filing a motion to reopen the case on the basis of new evidence.
oh, boy, you don't know how good that makes me feel.
Now, hold on, don't get too excited. He also warned me that the district attorney will probably fight it. So it all depends on the judge.
Yes, but we still do have a chance, don't we?
We have a chance.
Oh, oh, boy. Barnaby, would you forgive me?
For what?
Well, for not trusting you and for all those terrible things I said.
At a time like that, a lot of things are said. I don't remember any of them.
I'm glad.
You about finished?
Relax. What else have you got to do except guard me? There. Detective Andrew Portland.
Let's see it.
No, I'm really not much of an artist. Oh, my phone. Hello?
Haley, Mike Wolf. Listen, we just got an offer for you to play the Sombrero Club outside of Phoenix.
You're kidding. When?
Starting tonight, they just had a cancellation and they need someone right away.
Tonight? Oh, gee, Mike, I don't know if I can make it.
Well, what are you talking about? You just finished that rendezvous gig last night, didn't you?
Yeah, but,
Haley, baby, they're offering $500 a week plus transportation.
I can make it.
That's my girl. You're on flight 215, SunWest Airlines. It leaves in an hour and a half. Your ticket's at the gate. Someone will pick you up in Phoenix.
I'll be there, Mike. Thanks.
Anything wrong?
No, nothing. Just my agent telling me I didn't get this job I was up for.
Oh, that's a tough break.
That's showbiz. Now listen, is it okay if I take a shower? I mean, by myself. I promise I'll yell if someone attacks me in the tub.
Haley,
Yeah?
pigs is beautiful.
You're kind of cute yourself.
Barnaby Rhodes' lawyer just called. They're reopening the case.
Is that official?
The judge just signed the petition half an hour ago.
You did it. Oh, we've got another chance.
Barnaby,
What's wrong? Mr. Sayers?
yeah, I just got a call from a police reporter. He tells me that you're working to free the man who kidnapped my son. I told him I didn't believe it. Wait a minute now. Aren't you Rhodes' wife? What is she putting you up to this?
Mr. Sayers, has been a terrible mistake. I helped put the wrong man in prison.
I don't believe that.
But it's true, Mr. Sayers. It's the wrong man.
What are you talking about? Your husband kidnapped my son and he killed him. And you know it. What is she doing here? What is this, some kind of a payoff or something?
I know how you feel, Mr. Sayers, but that gives you no right to...
You know how I feel, do you? Let me just ask you something. Have you ever lost a son?
Yes, he has. My husband.
Maybe not in the same way you lost yours. Nevertheless, we too feel he was taken away too soon. Now, I have new evidence that proves that Rhodes did not kill your son. And if I do one thing more in this world, it'll be to get him out and find the man who did.
Do you know what you're doing here? You know what you're doing to me? You just better be right.
Yes, I'll tell him right away. Barnaby, that was Lieutenant Biddle. Haley's flown the coop.
What?
The detective assigned to her said that she got a call from her agent, and she's probably on her way to catch the Sun West flight to Phoenix. They've alerted airport police.
Let's go, Jedediah.
I'm so sorry, sir. I really didn't...
No, it's my fault I parked too close.
It's okay.
Can I help you with any of that?
No, there's no problem. I'm all right.
Oh, I insist. Wait a minute. That's our car right there. Oh, my God. Oh, no, she's dead. It's my fault, Jedediah. Oh, come on.
Barnaby, I've been looking everywhere for you. I should have figured you were probably here all along. Well, now that's a switch.
Ran out of milk.
You know, that's not going to help. I've been there, mister. Remember?
There's a little girl out there who's dead on account of me.
Well, there's a little girl out there dead because 11 years ago, somebody out there kidnapped the Sayers' child and framed Dan. Now, because you're trying to clear Dan, there's a killer out there that's just doing his work again.
I should have been smarter. I should have known it was a frame.
People make mistakes.
Yes, and it hurts to admit them. It hurts till I lay them out in the light and look at them.
I know. Look, I have hated you for so many years. I said, well, he doesn't care about us. He can destroy 2 lives with his testimony. Maybe even he framed Dan. But I never once stopped to think about maybe how you felt about it. I know now that you have probably suffered in your way just as much as we did.
Jennifer. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me for being human.
Mr. Jones, I'm Leo Krell. Understand you want to see me?
Don't I know you from somewhere?
Yeah, it's possible. My business, you meet a lot of people.
You sure look familiar, Mr. Krell.
What's it about? I'm busy.
Haley Winters.
Haley? Oh, yeah. The singer that I hired from L.A., yeah. Hey, her agent told me what happened. I still can't believe it.
You better believe it. I saw it with my own eyes.
Rotten break. Sweet kid like that? For what? What could she have had on her? A few bucks.
You think it was a mugging?
All I know is what her agent told me. Her wallet was missing. Her suitcase had been busted into. If that wasn't a mugging, what would you call it?
Cold-blooded murder.
Come on. Who'd want to do a thing like that?
She was about to become a witness in a... Leo Krell, here from L.A.
For a while, yeah.
Used to have clubs there.
Yeah, but I don't understand what's...
I may be a little slow on faces, but I never forget a reputation. Especially when it's built on everything from pornography to fencing stolen whiskey.
Look, Jones, I was never convicted on any one of those raps.
No, but compared to the heat you were getting from the L.A. Crime Commission, the Arizona desert must have seemed like Antarctica. That's why you came out here, isn't it?
Mr. Jones, I came out to Arizona like a lot of other people for my health. Maybe you better leave for the same reason, huh?
If that's a threat, Krell, you better watch yourself. Because I may report you to the Chamber of Commerce.
Thanks, Lieutenant. Now, listen, if there's ever anything I can do for you, be sure to call me, huh? That was the Phoenix police. They've been keeping an eye on Krell ever since he arrived there. Now, according to their intelligence, he's only made one trip back to L.A. He left Phoenix on the 1st of this month and returned on the 5th.
Well, Haley wasn't even appearing at the rendezvous room then.
Then he lied.
Anything in those reports to help you, Barnaby?
Nothing that connects Krell to Haley's murder or the kidnapping, but there are a few names that I'm curious about.
Well, which one?
Tommy Hendricks.
An old pal of Krell's. Krell kept him around for laughs.
Where's he now?
Well, it's a good question. Krell quit laughing when Hendricks decided to go into the fencing business for himself. No one's seen him since.
Nora Reardon.
She used to be Krell's girlfriend till she got messed up on the heart stuff. Last I heard, she's in a rehabilitation center up north.
And then there's the police officer, Gene Gates, whose name runs all the way through the file.
Gates was my sergeant when I was a patrolman. Good cop. He's in there because he was always on Krell's tail. Almost nabbed him a couple of times, too.
Where is Gates now?
Shortly after that, he took a bullet in the hip from a bank holdup. That led to an early retirement. A little later on, he went to work as head of security for the Kingman Company.
The land developers?
Best thing that ever happened to him. He learned the ropes of the business, got some good tips on which land to buy from Kingman himself. Made a bundle in real estate. Funny thing, I saw him just the other day. Looked like $1 million. Some people have all the luck.
That's for sure. John, you happen to have an address on Gates? I'd like to talk to him.
What about?
According to this, he is the only living expert on Leo Krill.
Jean, I'm at the pool.
Hello, sweetheart. Huh?
Jean,
Hey, boy, I tell you, it was a scorcher out there today. Listen, when it cools off, maybe you'll come out and shoot around with me. You'd like this course. It's not a bad place. Lemonade, just what the doctor ordered.
honey, this is Barnaby Jones. He's a private investigator.
Now, Mr. Jones, what can I do for you?
I want to talk to you a little bit about Leo Krill.
Leo Krill? Oh, boy, that's a name out of the past.
According to the police record, you're considered an authority on Krill.
We've had a run-in or two, yeah. What do you want to know about him?
Where he fits into the Sayers kidnapping.
The Sayer kidnapping?
You remember that, Mr. Gates, about 11 years ago, the son of a wealthy real estate dealer?
That's right. Of course, I'd retired from the force by then. Remember reading about it in the paper. What makes you think Krill had anything to do with that?
Well, it's a long, twisting road, and I won't bore you with it. But I had my hands on a witness who could prove that the man that they convicted was innocent. Now, all of a sudden, she's been murdered.
What, you think Krill did it?
No, but I think he was responsible for luring her from the protection of the detective who was guarding her.
Well, have you talked to him about it?
Yes, and would you believe he denied everything?
Yeah, I believe it. I think you're on the wrong track.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's not his method of operations. Loan sharking, prostitution, fencing. That's Krill, not kidnapping, no.
You could have done it as a favor or to repay an old debt.
That's possible. But I doubt it. I still think you're wrong.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Thank you very much for the lemonade, Ms. Gates. Mr. Gates.
He knows something, I'm sure of it.
Mr. Kingman, please. Gene Gates speaking. Out of town for how long? I mean, when's he coming back? Yes, tell him it's important.
Jean, I'm afraid.
No, I've never seen him before.
Are you sure? His name is Leo Krill.
I'm positive.
What about this one?
I don't know. Something familiar about him. Who is he?
His name is Gene Gates. He was a police officer.
That's probably it. I mean, when they arrested me, there were cops all over the place.
He wouldn't have been there. He retired before the kidnapping.
Damn it, this... I know him from somewhere.
Think, Dan. It's important.
Gates. Wait a minute. His name isn't Gates. It was Masters, Joe Masters. And he never said anything about being a retired cop. He told me he was into...
Private security work?
No. He was into cars. He told me he sold auto parts.
Where did you meet him?
At a bowling alley I used to go to. The Echo Park lanes on Sunset. He was in there one night and we started talking. I saw him a few times after and we had a couple of beers together.
You tell him a lot about yourself, your work, Jennifer?
Yeah, sure. What else is there to talk about?
Tell him about your cabin up on the lake?
Yeah. I even invited him to come up fishing some weekend. Did he ever come? No, I never got the chance. I got arrested about a month later for the kidnapping. Jones, you think this guy had something to do with framing me?
I would say there's a very strong possibility, but don't ask me how we prove it.
Well, it's about time. We've got things to talk about. I'm trying to call you all evening. Don't you ever check your service?
My plane landed just a few minutes ago. What's wrong?
That private detective, Barnaby Jones, was by to see me today. He knows about Krell.
Knows?
Well, suspects. If he finds out that Krell owed me because I shut my eyes when he escaped in that raid, we're dead.
What else does he know?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he was just fishing around.
And then again, maybe he wasn't. You want us to take that chance?
Us? Oh, I love the way we share your problem, but I get stuck with the dirty end of the stick.
That's right, Gene. Nothing has changed. Unless, of course, you don't care anymore. I mean, how this all turns out.
I'll take care of Mr. Jones for you.
Barnaby, Gates was once a detective. If he wanted to frame someone, he'd sure know how to do it.
I can't argue against that.
And there's the 20 bucks of the ransom money that Rhodes spent. He said he was bowling a few nights before and that he always left his wallet in his locker. All Gates would have had to do was just, open the locker and put some money in.
But why?
$430,000 has never been recovered.
Jedediah, what kind of a person resorts to kidnapping?
Poor. Ignorant. Desperate.
Was Gates any of these?
Well, he certainly wasn't poor. Between his police retirement and his pay from Kingman, he was making over $20,000 a year.
That's the equivalent of $35,000 today. Does that sound like your ordinary run-of-the-mill kidnapper?
No, Barnaby, it doesn't. Unless he had another reason other than the ransom money.
Now you're making sense, Jedediah.
You have any idea where we should start?
Well, Mrs. Gates, what a pleasant surprise.
Mr. Jones.
I don't think you ever met my associate, Jedediah Romano Jones.
Nice to meet you.
How do you do?
We're just on our way to the bookstore. I bet I know where you just came from. The beauty parlor.
Yes.
Something about a woman who just had her hair done that shows in every part of her face, like spring bursting forth from winter.
Well, that's very nice, Mr. Jones. Well, if you'll excuse me. Nice meeting you. Excuse me.
Well, since we've run into each other like this, how about a cup of coffee?
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
Well, the coffee shop's just right over there. We want to ask you a couple of questions,
I really don't think we have anything to talk about.
Well, you won't know till you hear what we have to say.
I'm afraid I have to meet my husband, Mr. Jones.
That's what I want to talk about. Why did he kidnap the Sayer child?
What did you say?
Which part didn't you hear, Mrs. Gates? Why did he kidnap the Sayers child?
How dare you?
Was it just for the money?
You think my husband...
Engineered the kidnapping and framed Dan Rhodes, yeah.
You're both crazy.
The facts speak for themselves. Shortly after Rhodes' conviction, your husband quit his job with Kingman. The two of you got married, spent an extended honeymoon in Europe, and came back and bought that big house.
Where did he suddenly get that kind of money? What did he do, win the Irish sweepstakes or something?
From his investments. Mr. Kingman advised him about some property, and it paid off.
Does your husband still like to bowl?
My husband never liked to bowl. The only game he plays is golf.
And I suppose he never used the name Joe Masters?
No, of course not.
That's funny, because Rhodes identified a picture of your husband as Joe Masters, somebody he once met in a bowling alley.
Well, he's a liar.
You know, Linda, I think we've got you all wrong. Jedediah, I'm beginning to suspect that this is a classic case of the unwilling accomplice. A lady who is forced into a crime by the man she loves.
And all of these years, she's had it on her conscience, but she didn't say anything because she was afraid to go to jail.
Now, Linda, you cooperate with us, and we'll try our best to help you.
The only thing I want from you, Mr. Jones, is to be left alone.
Well, if he didn't do it for the money, was it because he owed someone a favor? Was he working for someone?
Look, my husband worked only for Mr. Kingman. He was loyal to Mr. Kingman and owed nothing to anyone.
Well, if she's supposed to be the weakest link, Barnaby, sure hate to run up against the strongest.
Don't be too sure, Jedediah. I think we got two.
There you are, honey. Why are you so late? Hey, what's the matter?
Jones was waiting for me when I got out.
Well, what did he want?
He wanted to know why you kidnapped the child. Jeannie knows everything. All he needs is the proof.
Betty said you were looking for me. I've been out making deliveries all day.
Yeah, I imagine this is your busy time of the year.
Yeah, it gets pretty hectic. Listen, I'm sorry about those things I said to you the other day.
It's all right. We were probably both a little hot under the collar.
Yeah, I guess we were. What do you want to see me about?
You know this man?
No, who's he?
Gene Gates.
No, doesn't mean anything to me.
He's a former police officer, and then he became head of security for Kingman Development Company.
Kingman? Where does he fit into this?
You know Gordon Kingman?
Oh, yeah, we go way back.
How?
I owned the original option on all that land down at the marina. Of course, at that time it was a swamp, but I saw the potential of it.
You sold it to Kingman?
No, I didn't sell it to him. He wanted it so much he could taste it. When he found out he couldn't get it from me, why, he tried everything he could to get it away from me. Legal maneuvers, dirty tricks, all kinds of harassments.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I hung in as long as I could, and then, well, you know the rest.
Your son was kidnapped.
Right. I borrowed the money from the bank for the ransom. I had to put up the option from the marina land as collateral. Of course, when the money wasn't recovered, why, I lost everything. It wasn't just the money, though, you know. I'm sure I could have raised the money and saved the land, gone on with my plans to build, but when my son wasn't returned, why, something just died inside of me. I just wanted to close the door and walk away from everything. That's what I did.
So Kingman finally got what he wanted. Something he couldn't get any other way.
You think Kingman was involved in the kidnapping?
It all suddenly begins to make a kind of a terrible sense, doesn't it?
Lord, I can't believe a man would go that far.
Get down.
Did you see who it was? No, but I got a pretty good idea. I think I hit him. The way he's bleeding, he shouldn't be too hard to find.
JR.
Barnaby,
Are you all right?
It stings a little, smarts a little. Other than that, it's fine. How'd you hear about it?
Well, when I didn't hear from you, I called Betty and she told me what happened.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to give you a rain check on that dinner. I've got important work to do.
Barnaby, don't you think that you should take it a little easy? I mean, remember what the doctor said.
Doctor didn't say anything about taking it easy. He just said don't swing from a trapeze for a while.
Just talked to Lieutenant Biddle.
Yeah? What'd you tell him?
Well, I told him you were nicked by an unknown assailant.
Did he buy it?
I sounded a little suspicious, but he was relieved to know you were all right. Told him we'd keep him informed.
Good. That's all he needs to know for a while.
Well, now what are you going to do?
Well, if I remember correctly, there is an ex-cop out there somewhere who's got a lot of explaining to do. I'm going to find him.
Barnaby, I'm going with you, and I don't want an argument.
He's arguing. Now, don't forget about that dinner. Let's go get it done.
But just take good care of yourself.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gates isn't home.
What about Mrs. Gates?
She isn't here either.
That's funny. Her car's in the driveway.
She went with Mr. Gates in his car.
Millie, you make fine lemonade, but you're a terrible liar.
Millie? That's all right. You can let them in. Thank you. She isn't lying to you, gentlemen. My husband isn't home.
Well, where is he?
He had to meet someone. Business.
You sure he's not meeting a doctor?
A doctor?
You mean you don't know?
No, what? What are you talking about?
Somebody took a couple of shots at me today. I shot back and hit him. I think it was your husband.
Well, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Then you've seen him in the last few hours?
Yes. We had dinner together. He was fine.
Then why are you shaking like that?
I am shaking because you have upset me.
I think you're upset because you haven't heard from your husband all afternoon and you're wondering why. If he's still conscious, he's probably hiding someplace waiting for the doctor to arrive.
No.
I also discovered why he kidnapped the Sayer child. It wasn't for money. It was to break Ted Sayers.
And so Kingman wouldn't be suspected he framed Rhodes.
That's not true.
It is true, and I'm going to get you all for kidnapping and murder.
Murder? Just because somebody was kidnapped does not mean that they were murdered. They never found a body.
Are you saying that that child wasn't killed, that he's still alive somewhere?
No,
And what are you saying?
I don't know. I'm not saying anything.
Is that child still alive? Tell us, please.
I don't know. I told you, I don't know. Now, would you please go away? Just go away.
I know it's not my cooking that turns you on, but it's not that bad, is it?
No, it's just fine.
Then what's wrong?
What makes you think anything?
The way you've been acting. Gordon, is it over? Us?
No.
You're sure? I mean, you'd tell me if it was, wouldn't you?
That's one thing you don't ever have to worry about. It's just business. It'll all be taken care of soon. Jean.
Get rid of her. Get rid of her.
I'll meet you back at the apartment, huh?
Okay, don't be late.
You look terrible. What's wrong?
That.
My God, what happened?
Jones. I got hit.
Did you get him?
No, he got away.
And you came here?
What did you expect me to do? It's a bullet wound. You want me to check into a hospital?
What do you expect me to do about it?
Get me some help. And you'd better start doing some of your own dirty work for a change. I'm not going down for this alone, I promise you.
All right. All right, Gene. Just relax. Look, you caught me off guard, that's all. It just so happens I know a good doctor. He'll fix you up No time. Here. Let me get you a drink.
Oh, let's get through to Linda. I didn't call her myself. I didn't know what Jones was up to. And I don't want her to worry.
I'll take care of it for you. You know, you and I have always been partners in this thing, Gene. Oh, even more than that. More than partners. Friends. I've always taken good care of you. I won't let you down now.
Yes?
Is Mr. Kingman in?
No, he isn't.
Have any idea where we can find him?
Any idea where who can find him?
I'm sorry. My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator. This is my associate, Jedediah Jones. And you are?
Erica Hughes. I'm a friend of Mr. Kingman. But I don't know where he is. I suggest you try him at the office tomorrow.
Barnaby, will you look at the view of the city?
I bet you'd much rather have a look around the apartment, wouldn't you? Well, go right ahead. He's not here. The bedrooms are that way.
Anyone makes that generous an offer, I'm inclined to believe them. And you haven't seen Mr. Kingman tonight?
No. In fact, I just got here myself.
You mind telling us where you were?
Out to dinner.
Dressed like that?
It's called casual. Although I did wear both shoes. Do you mind if I make the other foot comfortable?
You know, Miss Hughes, the way you're dressed, I almost suspect you had dinner on a boat. And Mr. Kingman does have a boat, doesn't he?
No, he has a yacht, but he's not on it.
Really? How do you know?
Look, if I tell you where he is, will you go away?
We just want to find him.
We did have dinner together, but not on his yacht. At his house in Malibu. You knew he had a house there, didn't you?
It was next on our list.
Well, that's where he is.
Thank you. Oh, one more thing. Does Mr. Kingman know someone named Gene Gates?
No, is he a friend?
Sort of. I suspect they both came out from under the same rock.
Yes?
Gordon, Barnaby Jones was just here looking for you.
What'd you tell him?
I told him you were at the beach house.
He believe you?
I don't know. I think he's suspicious about the boat.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's the doctor?
That was him on the phone, Jane. He's on his way now.
Linda, did you get in touch with Linda?
Everything's been taken care of. It's all over, Gene. You have nothing more to worry about.
Mr. Kingman?
Yes?
My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator. This is my associate, Jedediah Jones. Can we talk with you?
Come aboard.
Thank you. Nice boat you got here.
Thank you. What do you want to talk to me about?
Why did your girlfriend lie to us last night?
Lie? Erica?
I know that's hard to believe, Mr. Kingman, but you told us you were at your house in Malibu.
Well, I was. Then I decided to take the boat out.
By yourself?
You don't see anyone else aboard, do you?
Isn't it a little unusual for a boat this size?
Not at all. It has automatic pilot, radar, electronic navigation equipment. You know, sometimes I feel that I'm the most useless thing aboard.
Where did you go?
Catalina headed back around sunrise. Look, just what is this all about?
Well, it's about your partner, Gene Gates.
My partner? You're a little confused, aren't you? I mean, Gene worked for me, but he was never my partner.
Have you seen him recently?
Oh, we bump into each other now and then, but that's about it. Tell me, what is your interest in Gene?
Well, you remember the Stayers kidnapping, don't you, Mr. Kingman?
Oh, yes, a real tragedy.
Yeah, well, we think he was the kidnapper.
Gene? I don't believe it.
Well, wait till you hear this. We think you paid him to do it.
That's a very serious charge, Mr. Jones. I take it you're prepared to prove it.
I'd be more prepared if I could find Gene Gates, but I'm afraid that's impossible now.
And why not?
Because I think you killed him and buried him at sea.
I think you better get off my boat, Jones. If you have anything else to say, you can talk to my lawyers.
Well, you talk to your lawyers. If I have anything else to say, I'll be talking to the police.
Barnaby.
What is it, Jones?
Looks like fresh blood, Mr. Kingman.
It is? On my way back this morning, I decided to try my luck. Bonita.
One of these days, your luck will run out.
Well, where to now?
Only place we have left to go.
The weakest link?
She must be worried sick about her husband. If she doesn't crack now, she never will.
Hello?
Linda, Gordon Kingman.
Gordon, where is Gene? I haven't heard from him since yesterday.
He's all right, but he has been wounded.
Oh, no. And Jones wasn't lying.
Linda, he's going to be fine. I've got him in a safe place.
Gordon, I want to go to him.
Well, of course, that's why I called. I'm planning to fly him to a hospital in Mexico. Now, how long do you think it would take you to get ready?
Just a few minutes.
Fine. Then I tell you what you do. You take a cab to Crescent Salvage. That's at the bottom of E Street in the harbor. Have you got that?
Yeah, fine.
Fine. And you better hurry, Linda, because I'm sure that Jones is on his way to your place now.
Yes?
Oh, Millie, Miss Gates home?
No, she's not here.
That's what you told us last night, Millie.
This time she really isn't.
Why is her car here?
She left by cab. That's the truth, not more than 5 minutes ago.
Do you know where she went?
I don't know. She got a call, packed a small suitcase, and left.
Did you see what kind of a cab it was?
Yes, a red line.
All right, I'll get on it. Can I use your phone?
I guess so.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm really sorry about getting lost back there, man. But this part of town ain't exactly my territory.
Quite all right.
Now, if you'd like to maybe knock off a couple of bucks.
Thank you.
Linda? What took you so long?
I got here as quickly as I could. Where's Jean?
I'll be right down. Come ahead, I'll meet you.
Gordon, where is he?
I told you not to worry. He's fine.
He's not here, is he?
No, I had him moved just a few minutes ago. I had him taken to a private airfield. My plane is there.
Well, then we better hurry.
Linda, wait. Who's that?
Well, this is the address a radio dispatcher gave me.
It's the one, all right. Kingman Company. It's Jones. He must have followed you here somehow. Come on. Come on, there's a way out back. Linda? Jean's waiting.
Barnaby, they're right there.
Where are you taking her, Kingman?
Jones, I told you. If you have anything more to say, contact my lawyers.
You know where your husband is, Linda?
I know he's all right.
My guess is he's dead. He buried him at sea last night.
He's lying, Linda.
With you out of the way, there's no one left to tie him to your husband's murder or the kidnapping.
If Jean is all right, why hasn't he tried to get in touch with me?
Linda, come on.
No, wait a minute.
All right, Jones.
Oh, my God, then it's true. Jean's dead.
Your gun, Jones. Come on.
It's all over, Linda.
I'll call the police.
There's still a chance, Linda. Without your testimony, they have nothing.
You really think that I would?
But you'll be implicating yourself, too, in everything.
No, my only crime is having kept quiet.
The Sayers' child, Linda. He's still alive, isn't he?
Yes. He was just so helpless, and Jean and I kept him hidden for a while, and then we drove him up to Oregon and put him up for adoption as if he were our own child.
Oh, what do you know about that?
What time did Betty say they'd get here?
Plane got in an hour ago. Should be here any minute.
That was very nice of her to fly all the way up to Portland to pick him up for this little visit.
Well, she figured that his adopted parents would feel a lot safer if there was a woman around, in case he got an upset stomach from all those hot dogs you're gonna buy him.
How'd you know about the hot dogs?
Ted, these adopted parents of Stevie's, they're the only parents he's ever known. He loves them.
No, I know, Barnaby. I don't expect any miracles here. You know, I just want us to get to know each other again and see him once in a while, you know?
I don't think you'll have any problem.
Barnaby? Mr. Sayers.
Hi.
Oh, God, he's a lot bigger than I thought he was.
He's 13.
You have to be hungry, though, I guess. Are you hungry?
Yeah,
You want a hot dog?
kind of like hamburgers more.
I love hamburgers. Want to go get a hamburger?
Yeah.
Thank you. How's the plane ride?
Okay.
I'm gonna cry.
One of you ready?
For what?
Well, I thought you wanted to drive up to the lake this afternoon and go fishing.
Great idea. I gotta make one stop first.
Okay.
You fellas drop me off. I take a cab to the airport.
Sure will.
Right back. Sorry I'm late.
It doesn't matter. Well, what's the news?
I just talked to Dan's lawyer. The wheels are in motion for his release. It shouldn't be long now.
I'm so happy for Dan.
What about you?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Dan needs all the breaks he can get now.
It's just that we've been apart for so long.
But you can change all that in a day. In an hour.
Do you think after all I've been through that he'd still want me?
Yes, I do. Let's take a walk down by the lagoon. Talk about plans for you and Dan. Maybe there's some way I can help.
JR, did you really want to go fishing?
What, are you kidding? I hate fishing. I did it for Barnaby.
You know, we're really very lucky to have you.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
The evening sun was casting long, amber shadows across the quiet neighborhood as the familiar voice of the announcer echoed through the air, introducing Abby Jones, a Quint Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Meriwether and Mark Shera. The night promised a profound journey with guest stars, listed in alphabetical order: Dabney Coleman, Bradford Dillman, Marge Doucette, Sherry Jackson, Susan Sullivan, and Robert Webber. bringing to life tonight's episode titled Final Judgment. Down at the local ice cream parlor, the atmosphere was light and filled with the cheerful chatter of children gathered around the counter. Barnaby Jones looked at the eager faces with a warm, grandfatherly smile, waving his hand toward the colorful menu on the wall. Okay, kids, what will it be? Chocolate sundaes, ice cream bonbons, frozen fruit ices. You name it, and we got it. The children giggled, pointing at the delicious treats, their eyes wide with excitement. Barnaby turned his attention to a young boy who was holding a fishing rod that looked slightly too big for his small hands. Okay, and you, young man? The boy grinned proudly, adjusting his oversized fishing vest, and looked up at Barnaby. Well, how do I look? Did I die? Barnaby chuckled softly, patting the boy on the shoulder with genuine affection. You look as though you were going to catch a lot of fish. The boy turned to his friend, seeking reassurance. You think so? His friend laughed playfully, nudging him. They're going to die laughing. Barnaby shared a knowing glance with his associate, enjoying the innocent humor of the moment. Yeah, well, we will take them any way we can get them, right, Barnaby? Back at the office of Barnaby Jones Investigations, the afternoon peace was interrupted by the sharp ringing of the telephone. Betty picked up the receiver with her customary professionalism, her voice calm and welcoming. Barnaby Jones Investigations, may I help you? The voice on the other end was strained, slurred, and heavy with emotion. I want to talk to Barnaby. Betty frowned slightly, sensing that something was amiss with the caller. Who shall I say is calling? The woman hesitated before murmuring a name. Jennifer? Jennifer Allen? One moment, please. Betty placed the call on hold and turned to Barnaby, her face clouded with concern. Barnaby? Jennifer Allen. She sounds as though she has had one too many. Barnaby paused, a shadow of recognition crossing his features. See if you can find out what she wants. Betty pressed the button to return to the call. I am sorry, he is busy right now. Could you tell me what it is about, Miss Allen? The woman grew agitated, her voice rising slightly over the line. It is personal, and I gotta talk to Barnaby, so... Oh, wait a minute. No, it is not Allen, it is Rhodes. You tell him that Jennifer Rhodes is calling. Betty looked up sharply, her eyes meeting Barnaby's. Barnaby, it is Jennifer Rhodes. Barnaby sat back in his chair, a wave of memories washing over him from a case that had taken place 11 long years ago. I wonder what she wants. He took the phone from Betty, his voice gentle but firm. Hello, Jennifer. It has been a long time. How are you? On the other end of the line, Jennifer laughed, a sound lacking any real joy, filled with a deep, lingering sadness. Hi, just great. Yeah, it has been a real ball. Yeah, I am just one laugh after the other. Hey, you know what today is, Barnaby? Nothing special? You bet it is. It is an anniversary, and I am celebrating. Barnaby listened closely, trying to gauge her state of mind. Well, I guess that is what anniversaries are for, but do not overdo it. Jennifer sighed heavily, the sound of ice clinking against a glass audible through the receiver. Oh, no, no, no. I am just going to have a couple of drinks, a little something to relax me. Barnaby's concern deepened as he heard the slight tremble in her voice. Jennifer, what are you taking? You know, it is dangerous to mix alcohol with. But Jennifer cut him off, her mind fixed on the past. Hey, some people do not even care. Barnaby, you did not even ask me what the anniversary is. Barnaby spoke softly, hoping to soothe her. Jennifer, listen to me. She whispered, her voice cracking with emotion. That is 11 long little years since Dan was convicted. I am not going to live through any more anniversaries. Barnaby stood up instantly, signaling frantically to Betty to trace the call. Where are you? Jennifer did not answer his question, instead beginning to sing a soft, haunting nursery rhyme. This is the way we go to sleep, go to sleep. Barnaby's heart sank, but he kept his voice steady and reassuring. Jennifer, you do not want to do anything you will be sorry for. Why should I be sorry? Besides, you cannot stop me. In the background of the call, a faint, cheerful melody began to play, growing slightly louder as if a vehicle were passing by the open window of her room. It was the distinct tune of an ice cream truck. Barnaby listened intently, identifying the melody. He turned to Jedediah, who had just walked into the room. Call all the ice cream vending companies in town, see which one of them uses the mulberry bush for a theme, and find out where all their trucks are right now. He spoke back into the receiver, trying to keep Jennifer engaged. Jennifer, I know what you have been through, but giving up is not the answer.
Can you hear me?
Her voice came through, weaker now. I can hear you. Well, then tell me where you are. While Barnaby kept Jennifer on the line, Jedediah was furiously dialing the numbers of local vending businesses on the other phone. Hello. Do any of your vendors play the nursery song, Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush? Yeah, I would like some information, please. Barnaby continued his efforts to reach through to Jennifer's despair. Jennifer, give me a chance. What do you want me to do, Barnaby? Save my life and help your conscience? You know I did everything I could for your husband. Yeah, well, I just want you to suffer now the way we suffered all these years. I want you to remember this day, as long as you live. Barnaby felt the weight of her words, but his resolve to save her only grew stronger. Jennifer, if it will do any good, I promise to take another look into the case. Maybe some new evidence has come up over the years. Just tell me where you are. Jedediah nodded to Barnaby, holding a list of routes. You do? Can you give me those routes, please? Jennifer spoke faintly, her thoughts drifting. How do I know? After a while, these motels look alike. Barnaby seized on the clue. What motel? It is the Fanny Sly Motel. What else? All their toots in there. $2 betters. You're just trying to make a killing. Just all losers. Just like me, you are all losers. Jennifer? Jennifer? The line went completely quiet. Jedediah hung up his phone and looked at Barnaby with a grim expression. Barnaby, the Happy Time Ice Cream Company trucks play the Mulberry Bush song, but they have 18 trucks out. Barnaby grabbed his coat. Where? What routes? Well, most of them, 10 were at the South Bay area. The rest are scattered all over town. Maywood, Granada Hills, Torrance, all over. Jedediah sighed, looking at the massive map on the wall. Oh, man, it would take a week to track those down. Barnaby shook his head, analyzing the sounds he had heard. The way she was talking, she may be near a racetrack. What trucks are running now? Jedediah checked the schedule quickly. Lindero Park is the only one I know of. One of the trucks has a route through Lindero. Barnaby headed for the door, his determination clear. Well, that and a prayer is better than nothing. As they hurried down to the car, Jedediah looked at Barnaby, trying to understand the full gravity of the situation. Barnaby, having an accident is not going to help things. Listen, I really hate to bring it up at a time like this, but what is this all about? Who is Jennifer Rhodes? Barnaby started the engine, his mind racing back over a decade. Hal told me all about the case. We had just been married a few months when it happened. How much was that ransom, Barnaby? About $300,000, was not it? Barnaby shook his head as he pulled out onto the main road. $500,000. Jedediah gasped slightly. Kidnapping? Barnaby nodded, his expression solemn. Stevie Sayers, 2-year-old son of a very prominent real estate dealer. His child was never returned. Well, how did you get involved in the case? What? The case. How did you get involved in it? Well, Ted Sayers did not feel that the police were making sufficient progress in finding his son, so he asked me to help. I did not have much better luck. My guess is that the boy was killed and buried someplace. But it was Barnaby's investigation that uncovered the kidnapper. A young carpenter by the name of Dan Rhodes, Jennifer's husband. And to this day, she is convinced that Barnaby framed him. They both are. Well, Barnaby, you are not giving up, are you? Her eyes have not been much help in finding that truck. Let us see what our ears can do. They drove through the bustling streets near Lindero Park, keeping the windows rolled down, scanning the ambient noise of the afternoon traffic. Suddenly, the faint, cheerful notes of Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush drifted through the warm air. It is over there somewhere. Barnaby pulled the car over near an intersection where a bright yellow ice cream truck was parked by the curb. The driver was just finishing a transaction with a customer. Barnaby stepped out quickly, approaching the truck. I am not going to be here all day. What is going on? Barnaby showed his identification. Where were you about 20 minutes ago? The driver looked confused, rubbing the back of his neck. On my route. Where exactly is that? 20 minutes. I guess I was coming down Sunrise Terrace. Barnaby's eyes brightened. Yeah, there are motels over there. Thanks. Sure, there is a few of them around the corner. I go right past them. Here, before the track opens and after it closes, otherwise forget it. Barnaby and Jedediah sped around the corner, arriving at a modest, sun-faded motel with a neon sign. Barnaby walked briskly into the front office, where a manager was sorting through some papers behind the desk. I am looking for a lady named Jennifer Allen. The manager looked up, completely unbothered. She registered? Nobody stays here long enough to know by name. Barnaby described her quickly. She is a medium size, nice-looking brown hair. The manager shrugged. That could be anybody. Barnaby clarified, hoping to spark a memory. She is probably by herself. Well, that does narrow it down some. It is very important that I find her. As far as I know, there is one lady here by herself. What room is she in? Number 7, but she is not answering. But she is. I tried to get in a few minutes ago to clean up. Got a passkey? Yeah. Open it. Okay. They ran to the door of room number 7. The manager inserted the key, unlocked the door, and pushed it open. Inside, the room was dimly lit, and Jennifer was lying motionless on the bed, an empty bottle nearby. Barnaby rushed to her side, checking her pulse, while turning to the manager with urgent authority. Get a rescue unit. Come on. Hours later, the sterile corridor of the hospital felt quiet and heavy. Jedediah walked over to Barnaby, offering a gentle, reassuring smile. Maybe you should relax. They said she passed the crisis. Barnaby paced the floor, his hands deep in his pockets. That was 2 hours ago. We should have been able to go in by now. I am sure she is probably just sleeping it off, but I will go in and check. Any word? The lady has gone in to find out. You want some coffee or something? No, thanks. Jedediah sat down on a waiting room chair, opening a folder he had brought with him. I stopped by the office on my way over, which is why I am late. Got out the old file on Rhodes and read up on it. You never really put that case to bed, did you, Barnaby? Barnaby stopped pacing, looking out the window at the city lights. Why do you say that? Well, Rhodes was convicted 11 years ago today, and the case was closed. Yet you have entries that go on years after that, things you double-checked, new leads you looked into. Nobody paid you. It is almost as if you are not convinced yourself that Rhodes was guilty. Barnaby sighed, the unresolved questions of the past weighing on him. There is something about that case, Jedediah. Always bothered me. But you are the one who found some of the ransom money hidden in his cabin. You broke the case. And if I had been sitting on the jury, I would have had to convict him. The evidence spoke for itself. But I always had this doubt. The door to the intensive care unit opened, and a nurse stepped out, nodding gently to them. Well, she is awake. Barnaby walked softly into the room. Jennifer was lying in the hospital bed, looking pale and fragile, but her eyes were open. As soon as she saw him, her expression hardened with a mix of anger and sorrow. Barnaby, Barnaby. She turned her face away toward the wall. She does not want to see you. Barnaby stepped closer, his voice filled with deep empathy and warmth. I am glad you're feeling better. Get out of here. Jennifer, just go away. It is going to happen all over again. Barnaby sat in the chair beside her bed. That would be a great waste. A waste? How long has it been since you have seen me? For years. Only 4 years. It seems like a lifetime. One very bad lifetime. Look at me. It is not very pretty hitting bottom, is it? Barnaby leaned forward, his voice a steady anchor of hope. There is always something worth living for. Yeah, I had something and you took him away. Jennifer, I did not frame your husband. Now, what can I do to make you believe that? Just go away and leave me alone. Barnaby remained patient, knowing that healing required truth. After hanging in there all these years, why suddenly this? I just could not take it anymore. Could not take what anymore? What has changed? Jennifer closed her eyes, a tear escaping down her cheek. Nothing. That is just it. Some guy comes along and says he can do something and he cannot deliver. Barnaby focused intently on her words. What guy? What difference does it make? It might make a lot of difference. What guy? Some writer. He said he was on to something. He said what he was on to? No. Because he is a phony just like everybody else. What was his name? What is the difference? It might make a lot of difference. What is his name? Anderson. Phil Anderson? Yes. Now, get out of here. Look, I can call the doctor and have you thrown out. I can at least do that, right? Barnaby stood up, a new spark of determination in his eyes. I will be back. The next morning, Barnaby arrived at the apartment of Phil Anderson, a writer surrounded by manuscripts, research papers, and books. Anderson looked up from his typewriter, looking somewhat defensive as Barnaby introduced himself. I figured there would be a book in it somewhere. It was not the Lindbergh kidnapping. It had its drama. Wealthy father, socialite mother killed in a car wreck a year before. Did you know little Stevie had just celebrated his 2nd birthday? Yes, I did. Anderson picked up a conceptual design for a book cover, showing it to Barnaby. I thought I would use this for the cover. Yes, sir. Had all the ingredients of a bestseller. Barnaby looked him straight in the eye. Why did you quit? Anderson turned back to his desk, shuffling some papers nervously. I told you I lost interest. You also told Jennifer you were on to something. I thought I was on to something. What? I thought I had a lead on his alibi. That mysterious blonde girl who supposedly saw Rhodes miles from the kidnap site. Well, look, it turns out that I did not. In fact, I do not believe she ever even existed. Now, if you will excuse me, Jones, I got a lot of work to finish. Barnaby did not move, sensing that the writer was hiding a deeper truth out of fear. Mr. Anderson, why does talking about this case seem to frighten you? Anderson froze, his voice rising defensively. What would I have to be frightened about? You tell me. Look, Jones, if you are implying that I am a coward. Coward? It must be bothering you a lot if you can think of yourself in that light. Mr. Anderson, there is a man rotting in jail. Anderson slumped into his chair, the defensive facade crumbling as he realized Barnaby would not be easily swayed. All right. About 10 days ago, I was interviewed on a local television station, and you talked about a young blonde girl. Yeah, I was hoping she might hear me. By the time I got home, my phone was ringing off the hook with girls claiming to be the mysterious blonde. Most of them were kooks. I did not even bother taping their calls, but some of them sounded worth looking into. And then about 2 a.m, this man called, and he said that he was a friend of some people concerned with the kidnapping, and that for my own health I better drop the whole matter. What did you tell him? I told him to crawl out of the woodwork and meet me face to face. He just repeated his warning and hung up. Did he call back? No. I figured he was just another kook and went on about my work. Then one night last week, I was driving down Laurel Canyon, and this car came from out of nowhere and ran me off the road and into a ravine. Now, I am certain that it was not an accident. It was a special delivery message. I got it, loud and clear. Do you have any idea who sent it? No. You say you recorded some of the calls. You still have the tape? Anderson reached into his desk drawer and pulled out a small audio cassette, handing it over. Here it is. Yeah, borrow it. As far as I am concerned, you can keep it. All right. Thanks very much. Barnaby took the tape back to his office, where Betty had set up a tape recorder. They sat together, listening through the various recorded phone calls, trying to find any genuine clue amidst the sea of false claims. The first voice on the tape began to play, sounding young and eager for attention. Hello, Mr. Anderson? Yes. I just saw you on that TV show. I think I am that blonde girl you're looking for. Okay. How old are you? 24, so that would have made me about the right age 11 years ago. Am I going to be on television? Maybe. Do you remember what you were wearing that afternoon? It was not afternoon. It was night. All right. What were you wearing? Oh, jeans and a white t-shirt. You sure? Yes. Barnaby pressed the stop button on the recorder, looking at Betty. That is enough. If there is one thing both Dan and Jennifer were sure of, it is that the girl was wearing a red dress. Yep, and that is the last one. How do we stand now, Betty? Betty looked down at her notepad, where she had been meticulously organizing the information. Well, out of 15 callers, we have eliminated 9, which leaves us with 6 possibles. I want you and Jedediah to get to work on those 6 first thing in the morning. As Barnaby stretched his arms after the long hours of analytical work, he looked at the old telephone on his desk with a slight smile. Say the word, and I will tear it out of the wall. Betty laughed softly, the warm atmosphere of their shared mission keeping their spirits bright. I have got a better idea. Why do you not go draw us a nice hot bath? Meanwhile, in a modern, upscale office overlooking the marina, a man named Gordon was working under the soft glow of a desk lamp. The phone rang, and he answered it immediately. Hello. It is me, Gordon. I developed the pictures. The voice on the other end belonged to Gene, a man whose calm demeanor carried a subtle edge of authority. Oh. Well, what was it that Anderson gave him? It is a tape cassette with the words blonde girl written on it. Gene paused, his expression darkening in the shadows of his office. That is not good, Gene. That is not good at all. What do you intend that we do about it? Well, I guess I will just have to take care of it, will not I, Gordon? I mean, do not I always? Of course. From the adjacent room, a warm voice called out, breaking the coldness of the conversation. Gene, are you coming to bed? Gene quickly changed his tone, a smooth smile returning to his face as he hung up the phone. Uh-huh. Boy, I thought you were going to stay in there all night. Yeah, that is grounds for divorce, you know. Sorry. Some things I had to do. His wife walked in, leaning over his shoulder to look at the photography equipment on his desk. Okay. Oh. Do not tell me you are developing our pictures from the Mexican trip. Huh? Gene shook his head gently, kissing her cheek. No. No, but I promise I will have them done by the time we take our next vacation, all right? She looked at him closely, noticing a subtle tension in his eyes. Honey, is something wrong? No. What? I do not know. It seems sort of far away. There is something wrong, is not there? Why can I ever hide anything from you? Because I do not want you to. What is it? Gene sighed, leaning back and putting on a convincing show of weary honesty. Well, it is that case. I am afraid they're going to open it up again. Oh, no, Gene. Oh, after all these years, I had hoped it was finished for good. So would I. What are we going to do? Linda, I am afraid we have no choice. I am just going to have to close it once and for all. The following afternoon, Barnaby walked through the heavy steel doors of the state penitentiary. He was escorted into a small, sterile visitation room where Dan Rhodes was waiting, wearing a faded denim inmate uniform. Dan looked at Barnaby with a mixture of bitterness and exhaustion. Hello, Dan. Been quite a while. For you or for me. Sit down. I would like to talk to you. What is the matter? Your conscience finally get to you, Jones? Barnaby sat across from him, his voice calm, steady, and entirely professional. I do not want to get your hopes up, but there may be some new evidence. Oh, yeah? There is an outside chance that somebody may have found that witness, the little girl you said could prove you were 150 miles away at the time of the kidnapping. Dan leaned forward, his eyes narrowing. I thought you did not believe me. I am checking it out again, but first I wanted to go over all the facts with you. Come on, Jones. You know the whole story. You found the evidence. You probably planted it. Barnaby remained unbothered by the accusation, focusing solely on the pursuit of truth. I did not plant anything. I traced the $20 of the ransom money to you, and then I went to your cabin and found some more of it. Now, if this witness does exist, there is a possibility of reopening the case. Are you interested, Rhodes? Are you? Dan took a deep breath, the anger fading slightly as the genuine possibility of justice began to sink in. Yeah. Jennifer and I were on our way to Crespo Lake, about 5 miles from the cabin. Motor died. I could not get it started, so I tried to blow out the gas line. Then this little blonde-haired girl came along. Did not you wonder what she was doing on a deserted road at that time of night? Sure. Jennifer even asked her. She said it was all right because her parents knew where she was. Aside from the red dress, what was she wearing? Oh, I did not pay attention. All I remember is she had some kind of string in her hand. Barnaby made a mental note. Oh, yes, the string. You talk about anything else? She was only there for a minute. I was busy. She said, what happened? I told her the truck broke down, and then she said something like, "Gee, that is too bad," and then she ran off. Barnaby stood up, nodding respectfully to the man behind the glass. "All right, Rhodes. I will be in touch." As Barnaby turned to leave, Den called out, his voice suddenly sounding vulnerable and full of a husband's deep care. Hey, Jones. How is Jenny? Are you kidding me, Will?" "No, I forced her to divorce me. She did not want to. But, I figured for her own good. What can I give her spending the rest of my life in here? Has she gotten married again?" Barnaby paused at the door. "I do not know. She has not." Dan smiled faintly, a genuine wish for her happiness shining through his situation. "I hope she picked the winner. She deserves the best." Back at the office, Jedediah was interviewing one of the potential witnesses from the tape, a lively young woman named Haley Winters. She was sitting comfortably, looking at Jedediah with a playful grin. "Look, how many times do I have to tell you, RJ?" Jedediah corrected her with a smile, amused by her bright personality. No. J.R. Jedediah Romano. What kind of name is that? Well, backwards Italian. Well, anyway, I am telling you I was the girl on the road that night. Can you prove it? Hey, what are you, colorblind? I've got blonde hair, have not I? And I told you I was wearing a red dress. Besides, what would I have to gain by lying? Jedediah leaned back, adopting a gentle, investigative tone. Well, now let me see. Girl I talked to before you wanted to know if this would get her on the Dinah Shore show, and then the one before that wanted to know if I would make a car payment for her. You are not in show business, by the way, are you? Haley laughed, a bright, melodic sound. Well, I am a singer. But if you think I am doing this for publicity, you are 100% mistaken. Well, then why did you wait so long to come forward? Because I did not know anybody was looking for me until I saw that writer on television. What about at the time of the arrest? Papers were full of stories about the mysterious blonde. We were on vacation. My father did not have any papers around. It was on television. Television? In a trailer? You were living in a trailer? Haley shook her head, clarifying with an upbeat rhythm. No, we were not living in a trailer. We were vacationing in a trailer. You see, we camped on Crisper Lake for about a week, and then we headed home to Bloomingdale, Ohio. Just then, Barnaby walked into the room. Jedediah stood up to introduce her. Haley, I would like you to talk to Barnaby. Haley blinked, looking between the two detectives. Barnaby? Who is Barnaby? We work together. He is going to want to ask you some more questions. Boy, you guys sure have funny names. But will you talk to him? It is really important. Haley nodded, checking her watch. Okay. Listen, I am rehearsing all afternoon, but if you want to come by to the club tonight, I will talk to you between sets, okay? Where is it? The Rhine Neighborhood Room. It is on the Strip. Later that afternoon, Barnaby returned to the hospital to check on Jennifer's progress. She was sitting up in bed, looking much healthier, though still guarded. You're looking a lot better. She turned her head away slightly. I told them not to let you in. Barnaby smiled warmly, pulling up a chair. I sneaked by them. In case you were interested, I went up to see Dan this morning. Jennifer looked back at him, her interest piqued despite herself. Why? I am reopening the investigation. And I am supposed to believe that makes any difference? You can believe anything you want, but, I have never lied to you. Jennifer hesitated, her voice softening. How is Dan? He seems all right. Did he ask about me? Yes. I told him you were getting along. He asked if you, had ever remarried. I told him I did not know. Jennifer stared down at her hands, a wistful smile on her face. Who gets married anymore? Well, you used the name Alan in place of Rhodes when you called yesterday. Yeah, well, after the divorce, I changed my name. Rhodes was not doing my social life very much good. Then there, has not been anyone? Oh, yes, there have been men. Lots of them. The phone beside her bed rang, interrupting their conversation. Jennifer picked it up, listened for a second, and then handed the receiver to Barnaby. Hello. Hold on. It is for you. Thank you. Barnaby took the phone. Hello? Jedediah's voice came through, fast and urgent. Barnaby, I have been looking all over for you. Listen, do you remember a girl on the tape named Haley Winters? Yes, what about her? Well, I can't be sure, but I think she is the one we are looking for. Oh. When can I talk to her? Tonight. I will see you at the office. Barnaby hung up the phone and looked at Jennifer with a reassuring expression. Keep your fingers crossed that we may have a lead on that blonde-haired girl. Jennifer looked at him, a glimmer of genuine hope finally appearing in her eyes. You are not kidding. Like I told you before, that writer's name could make the difference. Barnaby stood up, gesturing to the fresh vase on the nightstand. Barnaby, the flowers are beautiful. Thank you. You are welcome. Back at the office, Betty was alone, organizing the case files on the central desk. The phone rang, and she answered it smoothly. Barnaby Jones, Investigations. May I help you? Barnaby's voice sounded from a payphone. I am just leaving the hospital. Any messages? Oh, I just got here, Barnaby. I have not had a chance to check the service yet. Suddenly, a shadow fell over the office doorway. Betty looked up, her eyes widening as a large figure entered, moving with quiet, aggressive speed. Barnaby, there is someone. Betty? Betty? Can you hear me? The line went dead as the receiver was knocked from her hand. When Barnaby and Jedediah rushed back to the office, they found Betty sitting on the sofa, holding an ice pack to her shoulder, shaken but courageous. Luckily, she was not seriously hurt, but the intruder had managed to steal the tape recording. I did not even get a glimpse of him. Barnaby, it all happened so fast, I did not even get a chance to turn around. But from the way he grabbed me, he had to be at least 6 feet tall or over and very strong. Jedediah examined her carefully. Show Barnaby where he applied the pressure. Betty pointed to her collarbone. Around there. Barnaby's expression was grimly analytical. Sounded like a professional, like the man that ran Anderson off the road. Barnaby, now that he has the tape, he is going to be able to narrow the girls down the way we did. That is what worries me. You feel all right now? A little shaky, that is all. I am going to drive you home. I want you to get some rest. I have got to tell you, what is the name of that club? The Rendezvous Room. Haley shows a tent. I will see you there tonight. Okay. Betty, feel better. Watch your step. Over at the marina, the atmosphere was festive and light as a luxury boat rocked gently against the pier. Inside the cabin, an elegant woman named Erica was preparing drinks behind a polished bar. Jean walked in, wearing a casual captain's jacket, smiling warmly as he approached her. Erica, how about making me one of those tall tropical drinks that I like? Sure. Gordon walked in from the deck, laughing heartily as he joined them. You know, when I was a deck ape in the Navy, I used to have to request permission before coming aboard. You did? Well, I was a Marine. Huh. Maybe that's why we make such a good team. That, and the fact that we never look back, always straight ahead. And never mind what we left behind. Huh? Gordon noticed a fleeting look of concern on Jean's face and smiled teasingly. Don't tell me I detect an attack of conscience. It is a little late for that, isn't it, Jean? Yeah, I'd say about 11 years too late. So you might as well make your peace with it, Jean. I have. You saw those 2 men? Yeah. They are with Industrial Commerce Bank. And they have just decided to lease my last piece of land here at the marina. Soon, there will be a 12-story building on us. Jean raised his glass in a toast. That what I like about you, Gordon. You have always been a conservationist. Gordon laughed, looking out over the sparkling water. When I want to see nature, I sail to the islands now. What about that tape? I have got it. There were 15 girls on it. Only 6 or 7 seemed legit. I finally boiled that down to 2. If one of them is a blonde, I'll find her. And when you do, oh, don't worry, Gordon. I won't let your little empire crumble. Jean. How's your empire? That evening, the Rhine neighborhood room was filled with soft music, colorful lights, and the pleasant murmur of a dinner crowd. On stage, Haley Winters was delivering a charming, humorous musical performance that kept the audience fully engaged and smiling. She sang with bright energy, telling a story through her lyrics. He is making eyes at me. Ma. He is awful nice to me. Ma. He is almost breaking my heart. I will be his sidekick. Mercy. Let his conscience guide him. Ma, he wants to marry me. Be my honeybee. Every minute he gets bored. Now he is leaning on my shoulder. Ma, he is kissing me. Oh, Mommy. Now he is leaning on the other shoulder. Ma, he is kissing me. The crowd erupted into warm applause as she finished her song with a theatrical bow. Thank you. Thank you. Hang in there, and we'll do it again. Jedediah was sitting at a booth near the front, clapping enthusiastically as Haley walked off the stage and over to his table. That was terrific. Thanks. You are welcome. All right, Jed. Where is this Barnaby friend of yours? Well, they should be here any minute. Would you like a drink? A double orange juice. All right, waiter. Hi, can we have a double orange juice, please? Just then, Barnaby and Jennifer entered the club, walking quickly over to the booth. I am sorry we are late. You must be Haley Winters. This is Miss Allen. My name is Barnaby Jones. And this is my associate, Jedediah Jones. Hi, how are you? Anybody else like a drink? Yes. I will have a plain soda and lime. Do you have any milk? Haley laughed merrily, looking at their wholesome drink orders. Isn't anybody here over 21? We heard the applause on the way in. The audience, seemed to like you. Yeah, all 10 of them. Hey, look, Mr. Jones, I do not have much time. Barnaby sat down, his expression becoming focused but gentle. You are aware that this is very important? Like I told Jed, I am the girl you are looking for. I was on my way back to the trailer when I saw this couple fixing their truck. What was wrong with it, do you know? What am I? A mechanic. I guess they had a flat tire or something. What was the woman wearing? I think jeans and a sweater. You know, it was a long time ago. And the man? Jeans and a jacket. Do you remember what you talked about? Nothing really. Didn't this woman ask you what you were doing out so late? Yeah. And what did you tell her? Nothing. Not even that your folks knew? Yeah, I might have. But they didn't. What do you mean? Because I snuck out of this tent. I slept in to go see a boy who was camping off the way with his folks. All we did was talk. But if Mama knew I put on my new red dress and even put a ribbon in my hair, I wouldn't be here today. Barnaby leaned forward, his eyes shining as the crucial puzzle piece clicked into place. You wore a ribbon in your hair? Yeah, but I took it out on the way back to the trailer. What did you do with it? I do not know. Carried it in my hand, I guess. Jennifer gasped, tears rising to her eyes as she looked at Barnaby. My God, that is the string she was carrying. Barnaby kept his voice calm, ensuring they gathered every detail. Now, Haley, I want you to think and see if you can remember anything else about that truck. Now, think. The hood. It was up. Yeah. Oh, then it couldn't have been a flat, I suppose. Barnaby turned to Jennifer, confirming the final truth. You were the woman. Jennifer nodded through her tears, her voice trembling with immense relief. Yes. Yes. Haley stood up, smoothing her dress as the stage manager signaled her. And that is about it. After I left them on the road, I ran all the way back. I was in my tent a little before 11. My folks never even knew I snuck out. How did you know the time? Because, we were getting up the next morning to go fishing at 5, and my dad gave me an old alarm clock so I wouldn't oversleep. After Haley went back to the stage, Barnaby, Jedediah, and Jennifer walked out to the quiet corridor of the local courthouse. Well, Barnaby, I must say it sounds convincing. That only sounds, John. Barnaby spoke to Lieutenant John Biddle, who had joined them to review the breakthrough. According to Ted Sayers, his son was kidnapped between 10 and 11 o'clock. Now, at that time, Rhodes was at least 150 miles away, stuck on a highway. All right, it is convincing. JR, you are studying law. You know it takes a judge to reopen a case. There is nothing I can do. Yeah, well, we are meeting with the Rhodes lawyer this morning to see if he considers us strong enough evidence to petition for a new trial. We are kind of hoping you would at least reopen your investigation. Barnaby looked at the lieutenant with earnest, inspiring conviction. Barnaby, do you know how many man-hours I have already devoted to this case? Rhodes was framed. That means the real kidnapper and murderer is still walking around free. Lieutenant Biddle smiled faintly, touched by Barnaby's unyielding commitment to justice. All right, I will look into it again. That is all we ask. Thank you, Mr. Winters. Thanks, Lieutenant. Barnaby paused, thinking of the potential dangers still surrounding the case. Well, John, in light of what happened to, Betty and the writer Anderson, I think that, Haley ought to have some protection. All right, I will put somebody on her. Thank you. You sure there is nothing else I can do for you while you're here? You know, if there is, I will call you. So, Lieutenant Biddle, write this down. Haley Winters. Winters like the season. 2125 North Sweetser Drive. That's right. I want round-the-clock protective surveillance.
Yeah.
Later that morning, at the police precinct, a retired detective named Andrew Portland walked into the detective bureau, carrying himself with a relaxed, cheerful air. He waved to a couple of old colleagues. Well, will you look what the cat dragged in? Gee, what are you doing around here, slumming? Portland laughed, leaning against a desk. I was in the neighborhood. I thought I would come by and see the old gang. You are looking good. Yeah, well, I feel good. I have put on a couple of pounds. Yeah, well, that comes from sitting behind a desk filling out all those reports. Not like the good old days, huh? Not like when we worked the Southeast Division together. Make one arrest, fill out a simple report, and that was it. Nowadays, I got to write a whole book. Portland smiled warmly, reflecting on his retirement with content humor. Well, I guess that bullet I got in the hip was a blessing in disguise, huh? Don't you miss it just a little bit? Well, I will tell you the truth. I was just down the street at the land title office, looking over some property I am interested in buying. A couple of acres, nothing important. I thought, well, I will go over and see the guys, see the atmosphere, see what it feels like to be off the force, see if I miss it. You want to know something? I miss it about that much. Back outside near a quiet park lagoon, Jedediah was waiting by the car when Jennifer walked down the path, holding a fresh wildflower. I wasn't sure you were here yet. No, I was just down by the lagoon. I am not your typical flower child type, but I picked this for you.
There.
Jedediah accepted the flower with a bright, charming smile. It is very pretty.
Well.
Barnaby walked up to join them, a look of profound triumph on his face. The lawyer says we have a shot. He is filing a motion to reopen the case on the basis of new evidence. Oh, boy, you don't know how good that makes me feel. Now, hold on, don't get too excited. He also warned me that the district attorney will probably fight it, so it all depends on the judge. Yes, but we still do have a chance, don't we? Barnaby smiled warmly, his voice filling them with positive energy. We have a chance.
Oh, boy.
Jennifer looked at Barnaby, her eyes shining with deep gratitude and humility. Barnaby, would you forgive me? For what? Well, for not trusting you, and for all those terrible things I said. Barnaby patted her arm gently, dismissing the past with true grace. At a time like that, a lot of things are said. I do not remember any of them. I am glad. Over at Haley's apartment, Detective Andrew Portland was sitting in an armchair, casually sketching on a notepad while keeping watch. Haley was pacing around the room, full of restless energy. About finished? Relax. What else have you got to do except guard me?
There.
Detective Andrew Portland. Let us see you. Haley giggled, looking over his shoulder at the drawing. No, I am really not much of an artist. Suddenly, the telephone on the kitchen counter rang. Haley picked it up. Oh, my phone. Hello? The voice of her music agent came through the line, sounding incredibly excited. Haley, Mike Wolf. Listen, we just got an offer for you to play the Sombrero Club outside of Phoenix. Haley gasped, her face lighting up with pure joy. You are kidding.
When?
Starting tonight. They just had a cancellation, and they need someone right away. Tonight?
Oh, gee, Mike, I
do not know if I can make it.
What are you talking about?
You just finished that rendezvous gig last night, did not you?
Yeah, but...
Haley, baby, they are offering $500 a week plus transportation. Haley jumped up and down with excitement. I can make it. That is my girl. You are on flight 215, SunWest Airlines. It leaves in an hour and a half. Your ticket is at the gate. Someone will pick you up in Phoenix. I will be there, Mike. Thanks. She hung up the phone, her mind racing with a sudden opportunity. Portland looked up from his notebook, noticing her sudden shift. Anything wrong? Haley, mindful of the security restrictions but thrilled for her career, offered a light, cheerful cover story. No, nothing. Just my agent telling me I didn't get this job I was up for. Oh, that is a tough break. That is showbiz. Now listen, is it okay if I take a shower? I mean, by myself. I promise I will. I will yell if someone attacks me in the tub. Haley walked toward the bathroom, pausing to glance at a decorative item on the shelf. Haley.
Yeah?
Pigs is beautiful. Portland chuckled, shaking his head. You're kind of cute yourself. A short while later, at Barnaby's office, the phone rang, and Barnaby picked it up eagerly. Warnaby, Rhodes Water just called. They are reopening the case. Is that official? The judge just signed the petition half an hour ago. You did it. Oh, we have got another chance. Suddenly, the heavy wooden door of the office flew open, and an older man, his face etched with years of deep grief and anger, stood on the threshold. It was Ted Sayers. Warnaby, what's wrong? Did you save me? Yeah, I just got a call from a police reporter. He tells me that you are in a state of emergency, that you are, working to free the man who kidnapped my son. I told him I didn't believe it. Barnaby stepped forward, his voice calm, respectful, and deeply empathetic to the father's enduring pain. Wait a minute now. Aren't you Rhodes' wife? What? Is she putting you up to this? Mr. Sayers, it has been a terrible mistake. I helped put the wrong man in prison. Sayers shook his head angrily, his voice trembling. I don't believe that. But it is true, Mr. Sayers. It is the wrong man. What are you talking about? Your husband kidnapped my son and killed him. And you know it. What is she doing here? What is this, some kind of a payoff or something? Jennifer stepped forward, her voice remarkably calm, steady, and filled with a profound sense of shared human sorrow. I know how you feel, Mr. Sayers, but that gives you no right to. Sayers turned to her, his eyes full of pain. You know how I feel, do you? Let me just ask you something. Have you ever lost a son? Barnaby stood beside them, his voice low and solemn.
Yes, he has.
Jennifer looked at Sayers with pure sincerity and kindness. My husband, maybe not in the same way you lost yours. Nevertheless, we too feel he was taken away too soon. Now, I have new evidence that proves that Rhodes did not kill your son. And if I do one thing more in this world, it will be to get him out and find the man who did. Sayers looked at them, the fierce anger in his eyes slowly giving way to a profound, quiet realization as the truth began to resonate within him. Do you know what you're doing here?
You know what you're doing to me. You just better be right.
The office phone rang again, breaking the emotional silence. Jedediah picked it up, listened for a few seconds, and his face dropped. Yes, I will tell him right away. He hung up and turned to Barnaby quickly. Barnaby, that was her tent biddle. Haley has flown the coop. What? The detective assigned to her said that she got a call from her agent and she is probably on her way to catch the SunWest flight to Phoenix. They have alerted airport police. Barnaby grabbed his car keys, moving with urgent speed to protect the young singer. Let's go, Jennifer. At the bustling airport terminal, cars were pulling up to the curb and travelers were rushing toward the sliding glass doors. Haley's car pulled into a tight space near the main entrance, accidentally bumping the bumper of the sedan in front of her. The driver of the sedan, a tall man whose build matched the description of the office intruder, stepped out, looking down at the contact. Haley rolled down her window, looking apologetic but hurried. I am so sorry, sir. I really didn't. The man smiled smoothly, his tone perfectly polite and reassuring as he walked back to her window. No, it is my fault I parked too close. It is okay. Can I help you with any of that? Haley began to reach for her luggage on the passenger seat. No, there's no problem. I am all right. The man reached his hand toward the door handle with a quiet, calculated focus. Oh, I insist. Just then, Barnaby's car screeched to a halt a short distance away down the terminal lane. Jedediah pointed out the window with urgent focus. Wait a minute. That is her car right there. Jennifer leaned forward, her breath catching as she saw the figure approaching Haley's window. Oh, my God. No, she's dead. Barnaby opened his car door, his eyes wide with a protective, noble determination to intervene before any harm could come to the innocent witness, his voice carrying the full weight of a seasoned investigator ready to bring the ultimate truth to light. It's my fault. Jedediah moved instantly alongside him, his youthful energy channeling a powerful message of hope and reassurance. Come on, no, it isn't Barnaby. Barnaby sprinted toward the vehicle, his heart set on saving a life, redeeming the past, and ensuring that justice and human kindness would ultimately prevail over the shadows. Yes, it is. It's my fault.